there something that you have been avoiding? A business idea, to create certain content, to write a book, to do something specific? We are all connected, right? All of the people on earth, we have this collective consciousness. And I need you to know that you feel pulled to do certain things because there are other people praying for that exact thing. And God, the universe, scanned all the people, and God chose you as a perfect creator, as a perfect vessel to bring this manifestation to life. And that is why you are feeling that nudge to do that thing. It is going to be an answered prayer. And God decided that you are the perfect person for this. You have the time, you have the resources, you have the perfect personality for whatever it is. Even if you don't see it right now, even if your doubts and your fears are saying, what if I'm not qualified? What if I don't have what it takes? Or I'm not good enough? Don't listen to the fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. And God chose you. The world needs you. You are chosen. There are so many inventions that could be made to help dissolve the pollution on the planet. There are so many ideas, communities, nonprofits that have the potential to bring groups of people out of homelessness, starvation, just being in survival mode in general. There are so many more people that have the potential to be healed from the inside out, from physical conditions, from these ideas, from these nudges, from these dreams and desires that live in your heart. They are answers to somebody else's prayers. Like, do you know how transformative that is? Do you even recognize the power that you have? Are you even aware of who is crying out for your energy right now, for what your idea will bring into fruition? Because you have no idea, right? The things that will unfold when you start to take action on those desires. And it doesn't matter how many other people are already doing it, or that if no one else is doing it and you're the first. Listen to what your heart is telling you. Listen to what is keep getting nudged at you again and again, because your desires, your dreams, they won't shut up. Like, they will be in the background 10 years later telling you that they want you to do the same thing, right? And your brain will tell you to take the safe route. It'll bring up all of the fears. It'll bring up all the what ifs, all the risks. It'll tell you to stay comfy in your corporate job, to stay in your hometown, to get married to the guy that you've been dating for the past 4 years just because he's nice, even though you're not really that happy with him. Your brain will try to keep you safe. And I am telling you to get quiet, to go with him. Do you know what is waiting out there for you? Start to tune into those frequencies, okay? Tune into those frequencies of being bold, of living a life of depth and fulfillment. Read books by people who have lived great lives. Tune into people's podcasts who are doing the damn thing, because you are not here to live a mediocre life. You're just not. And you already know that. And to stop living a mediocre life, you have to stop saying yes to the things that are mediocre and start to say yes to the things that feel scary AF, but they light you up. The world needs you. And if you feel that nudge, if you feel that calling, you need to believe that you do have the resources. You do have the time, the knowledge, the skills. Even if the skills are not refined yet, you have the vessel for the skills to be refined. You are the perfect match. Do you get what I'm saying? You don't need to be perfect. No one is perfect. And I feel like so many times perfectionism stops so many people. I know it has stopped me. It has tried to stop me. You don't need to know everything. You don't even need to be aesthetic. You just need your voice or your words or whatever it is that you're being called to do. You know it better than I do. You just need to show the fuck up. You just need to show up in the ways that feel best to you, to the best of your ability at that point, and you'll refine it every day. You're never going to feel ready. And I'm going to say that again. You are never going to feel ready. When you make the decision, when you don't feel ready, that is the best time to make a decision, is when you're like, I don't even think I'm ready for this, but I'm going to jump in. Because when you wait until you feel ready, which who knows when that will be so much later down the line. And when you have that inkling now, show up now. For some of you, the most important thing is showing up as authentically yourself. Sometimes it is literally just your frequency alone that uplifts people. Sometimes it is just your frequency alone that gives others clarity and lights them up. I see people popping off on YouTube and their video is fuzzy and their lighting is awful and they don't have any kind of fancy setup. And you don't even need to like pop off to be making that impact. You can literally have like 50 followers, 20 followers, and you could be living in your purpose. You can be doing exactly what you were meant to be doing, because maybe it's those exact 20 people that need to hear you, that need to hear your message, that need to be impacted by you to make that positive ripple effect that you were meant to make. So don't think that just because your accounts aren't big, or just because you haven't blown up to the certain number, or just because you haven't gone viral, don't think that just because of numbers that you are not making an impact, that you are not living in your purpose, because that's a damn lie. That is an illusion. That is like lack and scarcity talking. Lean into your passions, lean into your desires. Okay, your desires are going to be your North Star. Lean into the resistance, because where you have resistance in is often where the biggest points of growth are going to be. Lean into where your brain is saying, I can't do this. I'll sound stupid. I don't have the time. Lean in. When I'm at the gym, I will test this part of my brain all the time, because it's so fascinating that your brain tries to stop you before you are even like ready to stop. Your brain will go like, oof, girl, I'm tired, I'm done, like I'm maxed out. And when I check myself in those times, my brain is telling me, okay, I'm tired, I'm done. And if I tell myself, no, I'm going to push out 3 more, I am able to push out like 5 more reps. My body had so much more in me than what my brain was telling me that I did. Don't take your thoughts seriously. Don't listen to your brain. And really, silent meditation is one of the biggest things to help with this, because sometimes obviously it can be hard to not listen to your brain. Your brain is kind of like your director there. And when you can sit in silent meditation, you can create that separation from yourself and your thoughts. And your thoughts can be like this thing that is outside of you that you can recognize that separation there. So that can really help with that. So don't always listen to your brain. Your brain is trying to keep you safe, but that is not always connected to the truth. And the truth lives inside of your heart. It lives inside of your soul. It lives inside of those pure soul desires that are pulling you to do these different things, because it knows the truth of you. It knows your potential. And don't get this twisted thinking that because you can't trust your brain, that you can't trust yourself. Just have discernment. What is my intuition saying? What do I know deep inside me that would be of benefit to me, versus what are my knee-jerk reactive thoughts that are coming up as a means to try to protect me or keep me safe from potential danger? What feels more expansive? What feels more constrictive, more tightening? Asking yourself these questions can help you discern whether what will actually help you grow versus what will shrink you and keep you small. The biggest thing holding you back is not the amount of time you have. It's not the amount of money that you have to invest in different certifications and qualifications. It's not your environment or people around you holding you back. It is your own fears, doubts, and worries that are the biggest thing holding you back from stepping into your potential. When I tell you, there have been a few times where life has really tested me and I have wanted to give up on building better you. But when I tell you, my intuition, anytime that I have tried to give up, my intuition has been so strong. Even though I have like 4,000 subscribers right now, 5,000 subscribers, something around there. I should know. And my brain might tell me, Sabrina, you're never going to grow. Sabrina, this is a waste of your energy. Your videos have been getting 100 views for the past couple of years. You're only becoming more stagnant. My brain tries to say all of these lies, all of these lies. My body, what holds the wisdom, what holds the truth, says that even though you have 5,000 subscribers right now, there are millions of people waiting to hear your message. There are too many people that are trying to get impacted by the work that you are birthing into this world that you cannot stop. I cannot stop. I literally cannot stop myself. I have tried to stop myself. I have tried to give up. But my intuition literally, I feel like I don't even have control over my body at some point. Sometimes I literally feel like my body is like, I have to do this because there's some innate wisdom that's living within me that is saying, no, there is this collective consciousness all of these people that are waiting for you. There are people, tons of people waiting for you. Are you going to listen to it? And also, how much are you going to listen to it? Are you just tiptoeing in it, or are you going all in? What does going all in look like to you? Build up the resiliency, build up the strength. This purpose, this mission is coming to you also because, right, the universe works in such benevolent ways. These are answered prayers to other people, but also following your desires, making your desires your North Star, and saying, if I have this heart pull to do something, my intuition is pulling me in this direction, even though it might scare me. It is going to be answering my prayers. It is going to be bringing me to my highest fulfillment and love and success and abundance. And it will test you, and you will be growing into like the best version of yourself. At some point along the journey, your biggest fears will come up. You most likely will be embarrassed, do something cringy. You will be stressed out. You will get tired. It will test you, and accept that now, because I talk about how things get to be easy, how things can be easy. And yes, there is a lot of truth in that. But in order for things to be easy, you also have to do the hard thing. And the more you can accept doing the hard thing now, the more it won't get to you later. Because if you go on this path of following your intuition and taking the path less traveled, and you think it's going to be a walk in a park, you are going to be very disappointed in that thought, because you will be forced to face all of which that is not serving you. And you have to be strong enough to overcome those fears, to get over those old ways of being again and again. You have to believe in yourself and trust in yourself. You have to have the discernment and be bold and take action even when it is scary. But know that all of these things are building you up, right? And doing those things, it doesn't have to feel like this hard, strenuous thing, not at all. But what would life be like if you did not go all in? Like, you would be going to sleep every night, literally sleeping on your potential, knowing that you could be impacting people, knowing that you could be living a life of freedom, of travel, that you could be doing what you love. But instead, if you don't go all in, you would be choosing that same boring, unfulfilling job. You would be choosing struggling and not being able to get by, knowing that you have the potential for more. Like, that is my biggest fear. My biggest fear is not living up to my potential. My biggest fear is settling and not doing the things that I dreamt of doing, like the YouTube channel, like having my own membership, of people being able to come together, build friendships, get into the inner work that I've done and transform their own lives, like being able to travel the world. Like, I would be depressed right now if I was not doing this. Seriously. And if you're feeling depressed, a lot of times depression comes on when you are lacking expression. Depression is the opposite of expression, meaning your soul is wanting to express and you are suppressing it. One of my clients came to me and said that she had all of this like brain fog and all of these ideas, and she was feeling depressed. And she had all of these ideas, but she wasn't taking action on any of them. Her brain was fogged up. She was depressed because she was not, like, this energy is being cultivated inside of her and she's not letting it exert out. She's not expressing it. She's having all of this energy clogged up in her field. And I told her that, and she was like, you're so right. Once she started to take action on those ideas, she put out her workbook on Amazon. She started to do these in-person events. She started to feel so alive in herself. To light up is to express. What do you need to express that hasn't been expressed yet? What have you only been like half committing to that you know you need to be fully committing to? What is the story in your head right now of why you can't do it? Change the story. Practice new thought patterns. Shift your belief system. Focus on what you can control versus what you can't. I have so many videos on my channel about this, because I would not be at 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers right now if I didn't go back and heal my past trauma. I wouldn't have clients telling me that the work that I'm doing has changed their lives if I didn't repeat a new story to myself of how I am now choosing to view myself and what I'm choosing to believe about myself so many times until I believed it. If I didn't do those things, I would be at 0 subscribers. I wouldn't have even started this in the first place. I would still be overweight, overworked, running myself into the ground in toxic relationships, in unfulfilling friendships, not talking to my family that much, because that is where I was at before. Following my desires, following these crazy ideas that I had, these intuitive nudges that I had, they put everything else in my life in line for me. It got my health on track. It got my mental health on track. It got my relationships on track. Everything else comes into place when you follow your desires. When you align, right? This is what they mean by mind, body, soul. When you align your brain, your beliefs, your thoughts, your emotions with your heart's desires, when all of that comes into alignment, comes into coherency, you operate with this clear, potent energy. And this vision of reaching millions of people came to me before I even started the channel. I was actually doing my silent meditations when I first started to get into this kind of work of like personal development, spirituality. And I would open my eyes after getting those visions and be like, I'm supposed to be talking to that many people. I'm supposed to have that many eyes on me. Like, I would be in shock at what my soul, my intuition was telling me, what was laid out in front of me. And that still feels outlandish to think about. It still feels like ridiculous to even think or say because of where I am at right now. But I am not stopping what I am doing because I am being guided in this direction. And if it even takes me 10 years to get to 10,000 subscribers and I don't even grow after that, then that'll be what it'll be. I'll still do it because I know that the world needs me. And it's in God's hands at that point. I'll do what I'm told to do. The rest, the results, I'm surrendering to. I have this sticky note above my work desk, and you might have heard me say this before, but it says, I only want the approval of the Creator. And to me, what that means is that if I were to face God right now, or face the universe, face my higher self, would it be proud of me? Would it be giving me a round of applause and saying, you're doing amazing, keep it up? Or would it be giving me the side eye saying like, girl, you've had these passions, you've had these dreams. I've been telling you what to do for months now, for years. Why haven't you stepped it up? Why haven't you started that podcast like I told you? Why haven't you been posting these videos like I've been telling you? Take action only from that place of wanting to make yourself proud, wanting to make God proud, the higher source proud, and leave the results up to the higher power, the income, the number of followers, the likes, the comments. It'll come when it's ready. And if it's meant to at all. And as you align your energy and your state of mind to it. But the way that you align your energy and your state of mind to it is by continuing to follow those nudges, listening to your intuition. All right, my name is Sabrina, and I am your brain training coach. In the Better You space, we talk about all things training your brain to hit your goals and turning your dreams into reality. So if you made it to this point, leave a heart emoji in the comment section below, subscribe, and hit the bell button to be notified every time I post a new video. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next